Welcome back, everyone. This is Jeronitis bringing you Pandemicraft. Today we are starting on episode 16. Now, it has been a couple of days since the last recording, and Idiotic Mage has figured out how to get into his base. Long story short, because I uncovered where the actual security station was, he was able to target the glass in front of the security station with the digital miner. And then, what the? That's new. Do you really need all that experience like that, man? It's an infinite tank. Whatever. Anyway, he was able to do that, and holy crap, it keeps going. So anyway, he targeted the glass in front of the security station and destroyed the glass in front of the security station with the digital miner, and then went and boxed up the digital miner itself. So he definitely took care of that, and he is good to go. So, wait, what? I thought I saw something funny on the map. Oh! Um, okay. Yeah, whatever. We're not getting involved in that one. Let's go back home, because home is good. Alrighty, so today's episode, we're going to go into Witchery. We're going to go ahead and push forward in Witchery fairly hard. I want to get into a certain degree of things in this episode, and to do so, we're going to require a couple of things to be made. Okay, so first thing, we're going to need a way to spawn monsters, specific monsters, actually. So we are going to build a mob spawning room. Okay, there's not going to be anything too spectacular about this. We're going to build an auto spawner. And it's not one word. Okay, maybe I'm just doing this wrong. Because stuff and reasons. There it is, the auto spawner. And as we know, the auto spawner just requires some plastic sheets, some emeralds, some magma cream, a factory machine block, sugar, and netherrack. Another wart, that is. So that's no big deal to make. I also need a place for it. I have decided that I'm going to do it down in the very, very bottom of my house. That way, if I happen to spawn something I shouldn't spawn, that I don't have to worry about it destroying everything. So I'm going to carve into this wall, make an appropriate sized room, and then I'm going to make the actual auto spawner, and we'll be back in just a minute when we got all this set up. So be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Just finishing up crafting the auto spawner. And we have carved out a nice little niche in the wall down here. We'll clean this up and make it look pretty, later. For now, we're just going to get this functional. Because cleaning it up and making it look pretty, that's not as critical as actually getting it functioning. So we'll get that going here in just a minute. In the meantime, we have to run some liquid down here because we're going to run it from the mob essence. And let's see. Yeah, we should be able to do this pretty easily. Let's run it through here. And I'll put the conduit facades over this stuff to make it look pretty like the other stuff is, but for now we just got to run it down there and get power and mob essence to the spawner itself. Actually, just for the sake of argument, we'll bring this down this side right here. There, and then down here. No, not right there. Ooh. Oh, no, that shouldn't make a difference. Well, it will let it know it's there. Let's go in a little bit. I don't like the idea of it showing that right there. Alright, so good. So we should be able to Cut a hole here. Excellent. Okay, so now we should be able to run this. There's currently in this version of Ender.io a bug where you can't run power conduit bundled with any other conduit. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I may have. If I have, well, there I'm mentioning it again. If I haven't, well, guess what? There is. So awesome. So that's going to be fine there. And then this stuff. I love the fact the conduits because it makes it so easy to hide these things. Alright, good. So now we can do this. Just like that. Awesome. Okay, so now we should be able to wrench this right here. No. Maybe I'm doing that wrong. Do I need to wrench it from up here? There it goes. Sweet. Alright, so now we should be getting mob essence and power into the spawner. And we are. Awesome. So now we are ready to spawn things. Let's go upstairs 2 levels. Sorry. I'm getting used to being able to fly again, so it's kind of nice. Let's grab our painting booth facades and some smooth stone and some glass is probably a good idea. That was weird. Ah, there's a smooth stone. And we'll pretty this up real quick. The reason we're doing this, of course, is because we're going to need specific things for Witchery. Witchery is going to require... What is going on? Why is stuff disappearing? My facades just vanished. That was a little bit strange. Are they back in the painter again? Is that what we're doing? Yes, they're back in the painter for whatever reason. That was weird, but that's okay. Alright, and then we have, of course, some quite clear glass. We'll use that to cover up the front of this. This basically makes it safe so that no matter what I want to spawn, I don't have to worry about it getting into the rest of my base. Shouldn't make any issue in that respect. Alright, the rest of that will have to be made new conduits to make it look pretty with the stuff that's already there. Pretty much means I won't be decorating this room unless I decide to just change all this stuff. Which, I mean, I can, but chances are I won't. And we're going to need more conduits. Oh well. But still, that's the basic gist of the beginning of this. We're going to close this up to keep things contained. And I will probably put in some ethereal glass from extra utilities given the time. But for now, we'll just leave it with an opening like this. Alright, cool. So let me go get a couple of safari nets and catch a couple of basic mobs, and then we'll get back to this and I'll explain what we're doing, why, and how. And, well, how is pretty apparent, but we'll be back in just a minute when we're ready to be killing stuff. Oh, wait a minute, no. No, that's right, sorry, no, I don't have the right ones. I gotta go borrow them from other people, so we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, we're back. Wrenchin was kind enough to donate a couple of items to us. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm sure she won't yell at me. I'm just, worst case scenario, I borrow a couple and she can get them back. So, the ocelot is what I really want because that's the first thing we need to do. So, let's see. We're going to go ahead and spawn an ocelot or 2. I think we only need to spawn 1. So, let's let this spawn 1. And then once it spawns 1, we should probably contain said ocelot. Well, no, it'll run away that way. Alright, come here. Alright, good. You can run away that way. Apparently, you can use the mariculture raw fish to tame these guys, because the Minecraft raw fish don't seem to be around. But, awesome. We now have a tamed cat. So that's exactly what we wanted. Now we should have one more empty, one empty safari net. Alright, cool. So now I can return the ocelot safari net. Oh, it doesn't show the difference. Okay. Okay, sure. Let's put this one in here for now. Alright, the other thing we wanted to do was be able to spawn bats and wolves, and that is so that we can get tongue of dog and wool of bat as much as we need, as often as we need it. So, let's see. We're going to go ahead and let's just put these up for now. I don't have an immediate need for them. The biggest thing was to get the cat. I knew Das Wrenchen had the cat because I actually found it in one of her mystery safari nets. So, since we have that now, we can now go ahead and bind this cat as our familiar. I want a cat. There's several different familiars you can have. You can have an owl, a frog, or a cat. However, I want a cat specifically because the cat is required for one of these rituals. Give me a second. Blight. No. 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 Dang it, where is it? Right of remove curse. Ah, here we go. Destroy the voodoo protection poppet of a tag-locked being needs the cat familiar. Okay, so that's why I want to have the cat familiar, because I want to be able to destroy someone else's voodoo protection poppet. Okay, we want to be able to get rid of their protection poppet, because otherwise if I perform a ritual and the ritual fails because the protection poppet takes the brunt of it, we want to make sure that that we get rid of those poppets first, and that requires a cat as a familiar. So now that we have that out of the way, let's see, we need the, oh wait, rite of binding. Circles, waystone, waystone. Ah, tamed owl, toad, or cat as a familiar. So we'll need, actually we probably have all of this stuff ready already. Need a diamond, but the odor of purity, whiff of magic, demonic blood, and tear of the goddess should already all be upstairs. So let's make a quick run up here, grab a diamond or two. I love this elevator. I haven't been using it lately because I can fly, but there's just too much good about it to not use it. I love it. All right, Witchery. Going up. Good. All right, so let's see. Taming the cat was actually simpler than I thought it would be, so let's go ahead and sort the fish because I don't need them anymore. I'll deal with actually putting them up after the fact. But let's see. We're going to need... Alright, we're going to need a tear of the goddess, an odor of purity. No, that's breath of the goddess. We're going to need the odor of purity. Whiff of magic, I think it said. Breath of the goddess. Diamond vapor. I know I've got tear of the goddess. There it is. Tear of the goddess. Okay, good. Alright, so tear of the goddess, odor of purity, whiff of magic. Okay, I need the demonic blood, which should be from the demon hearts. There we go. Demonic blood. Awesome. Okay, and of course it needs to be done in a 11 by 11 white circle. Whatever. Oh, I can't fly. I went to Das Wrenchen's base. When you go to Das Wrenchen's base, you can't fly until you remove your ring and then bring it back. Alright, okay, cool. So we have an 11 by 11 here, so we can go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this bauble. Okay, so let's see. One diamond, whiff of magic, tear of the goddess, odor of purity, and the cat needs to be here. Go. So this should bind the cat as my familiar. Wow. Awesome. It became Simpkin. My cat is called Simpkin. Well, hello, Simpkin. Welcome to Witchery. You will be my familiar. And we're gonna... What? 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 What just happened? What just happened? Did I just... Okay. I shift right click the cat. I hope I didn't just dismiss it. Let's see. Books. Brews and infusions. Distilling. Conjurations. Biology. Biomes. Herbology. Collecting fumes. Okay, I guess I don't have one on familiars. I don't think I did. But it sure disappeared. Let's see. Let's do a rite of summoning. Come on. Oh, there we go. Call forth a demon, imp, wither, witch. Summons a familiar to find things. No. Summons a familiar that has been dismissed or killed. Breath of the Goddess, hint of rebirth, whiff of magic. Okay, Breath of the Goddess, hint of rebirth, whiff of magic. Okay, I can do that. Alright, let's see. Breath of the Goddess. Whiff of magic. I know I've got the hint of rebirth around here somewhere. Don't I? Foul fume, oil of vitriol, whiff of magic. Seal of the horned one. Come on, guys. I know I've got it. There it is. Hint of rebirth. Alright. And Breath of the Goddess, hint of rebirth with magic. Yes, good. Well, this is unexpected to have to be doing right now, but that's okay. It's good to know that shift right clicking on your cat dismisses them. I was just trying to catch in the Safari Net real quick. What happened? Okay, sure. Hi, Simpkin. Okay, I can't catch you in the Safari Net. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You stay right there. We'll be just fine. And we will put the Safari Net away because you don't like the idea of being Safari Netted. Alright, good. So, now that we have a familiar, we can go ahead and do a couple of things. First off, I want to go ahead and get some of these golden lassos out of here. I've got Coven Witches, and we are going to get them out of here and start binding them as my witches. Hopefully some of these will actually be easy enough to do. Alright, so we'll give one quick example of what the deal is with these Coven Witches, and I will do the rest off camera because it's going to take time to do all these, depending on what tasks they each want me to do. They have various tasks. I covered a little bit in my last playthrough, so let's just see what she wants. Kill 30 skeletons and bring me their bones. Speak to me again if you accept. Okay, so yes. I just need to go get 30 bones and give them to her. That's simple enough. I got bones. I got lots of bones. So, of course, I can't manage to walk through my front door, but that's a whole nother story. Alright, she wants 30 bones. Let's go give her 30 bones. You have not completed my task. Yes, I have. Here, bones. Or do I actually have to, like... Oh, that's right, cookie with the bones. Okay, I really didn't think it had to do it all the time. Alright, cool. So, she has joined my coven. And this lady, I just re-put back for whatever reason. Because of a lag spike. Alright, cool. I'm going to bind some witches into my coven. I think 6 is the maximum. And we'll be back in just a minute when I have all 6 captured. Well, bound. Whatever. So we'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, we're back now. We've got those witches bound as like members of my coven and stuff, and it occurs to me that before I go doing horrible things to people, that I should probably get some more defenses for myself first. So, because, when I start cursing people, then, there's going to be backlash, and I need to try to prevent that backlash from being too bad. So, we've got a couple of items here that hopefully are going to help me do this. We're going to make some more attuned stones, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Bucket of, nope, not that one, this one. There we go. Oh, well, bucket of lava, that'll work. Alright, so let's go upstairs to the Tinker's Construct room, because that's where I have a decent amount of lava. And we're going to make some of these attuned stones. And I believe it was like that. Yes, it was. Alright, sweet. So, I'm going to make a lot of extras of these because I really believe that right now, it's everything's fairly peaceful. A couple of minor things here and there were done. Witchery, mostly just trying things out, testing things and whatnot. But once I open this gateway and people start getting cursed, there's gonna be backlash, a good bit of it, and just for my own peace of mind, it would probably be a good idea to have a little bit of extra protection because revenge and such. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a poppet shelf, or 4. Poppet shelves, basically, what they do is, when you have a poppet, like a voodoo protection poppet, such as this one that I've been carrying around with me everywhere for the last, how many episodes? Bunch. Let's just go with a bunch of episodes. If you're carrying it around with you, it's effective. But since you don't want to carry around many of these things with you because it clog up your inventory, they have the Poppet Shelf. The Poppet Shelf is basically a place to put your poppets that keep them in effect without them being in your inventory. So we're going to need some green wool and some nether brick to go along with this. Alright, I should have some nether brick stored around here somewhere from where I've been in the nether. Should be right there. I have 1. Okay, that's kind of funny. Alright, well, I'm going to fly over here and go in the nether since we're actually right next to another fortress right here while I explain things. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, make a couple of poppet shelves, then I'm going to make some more voodoo protection poppets, and we might even make some poppet protection poppets. Basically poppets that take damage instead of your poppets. It doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but it actually does. Specifically, well, it makes sense if you don't do what I'm going to do. But I'm going to make extra poppet shelves, that way I can have a bunch of extra poppets, that way I can have a lot of extra protection. And let's put my thing back on. Awesome. So, to be able to protect myself in extra ways is a good thing. So, the other thing is that the poppet shelf itself will be vulnerable. It's not like my personal safe. It's not like, okay, only, I can get in it. If people desire to, they can actually get into my poppet shelf and steal poppets, move poppets around, or at least it was the last time I checked. If that's changed, I'm not sure. When I get these made, I'll see if anybody's on and see if they can test it with me. And then I'll have to hide them, of course. But let's go ahead and throw these together real quick. We'll need some green wool now, which I should have plenty of available. And then we're going to go ahead and place these shelves around, hopefully proving to be safe for me to not carry one on me at all times. Alright, green wool. Alright, it's the only thing about this little talisman thing that Wrenchin gave me. It makes you do that step up one block, and that can get very tiresome. Okay, so I need to place this Poppet shelf somewhere safe, where someone shouldn't be able to mess with it. Now, I have my security station here. Realistically, I should make it so that no one can even see the security station. That way it will protect my stuff and they can't get to it because they won't know where it is. But for now, we're going to place these out here. Okay, now on the Poppet shelf, you can put the Poppet, and it even shows it there. And now I'm still protected from voodoo, even though I don't actually have it in my personal inventory. Okay, so it keeps the Poppet active, even though it's not in my personal inventory. And that's exactly what we need, because I'm probably going to spend some time between episodes filling these Poppet shelves and probably hiding my my security station. That way, no one can get to anything up here to mess with stuff except me. That's really what I want to do. So, let's see. Before we close out, let's look at the Poppets again. Because I want to make a bunch of these things, and they're not the easiest to make. I've got a bunch of blank Poppets, and that's not a big deal. Earth Protection Poppet, I'm not sure what that one does. The Water Protection Poppet makes it so you can't die drowning. So if you were to be drowning and you were to take damage, when you get down to that last half a heart of damage, the Poppet is destroyed and it refills your breath bar instead of killing you. A Hunger Protection Poppet makes it so you can't starve to death, same way as water. When you get down to the last half bar of health, it saves you. Fire Protection Poppet makes it so you can't burn to death. The last half health, it'll refill your health and destroy the Poppet. And the Voodoo Protection Poppet, that's the one I'm going to be making multiples of. I'll have to get some stuff together, though. I've got all the stuff necessary. I just have to do a little bit of farming. Poppet Protection Poppet. This should protect other Poppets. So you use a Voodoo Protection Poppet to create it, and it basically protects another Voodoo Protection Poppet. But that requires a toe of frog. I'll have to make frogs. That's kind of meh. Alright, and then of course the Tool Protection Poppet. That's pretty cool. If we didn't have Tinker's Construct, the Tool Protection Poppet would be really amazing, because instead of your tool breaking, it destroys the Poppet and refills your tool's damage bar. So it basically makes it so that your tool can be doubled over as far as durability. So that's really cool if you have that really nice tool that you don't want to break. Armor Protection Poppet, same thing as that. When the durability gets low enough, it refills. I'll probably have one or two of these to protect armor pieces that I'm going to wind up making, because there's some really nice armor I want to craft. The Death Protection Poppet. That one would be actually pretty cool if it weren't for the fact that people kill each other randomly around here, and it takes way too much to make these things to waste them so quickly. And then, of course, the Vampiric Poppet. I might have to make another one of these. This one could be a lot of fun. It's just a Diamond Vapor, an exhale of the Horned One, 2 Wool of Bat, and a Poppet. Basically, the Vampiric Poppet has to be bound to someone's tag lock, and it basically makes it so that any damage that you receive is instead reflected on them. So I'm probably going to make one of these and then keep it on the Poppet shelf, and I'm going to bind it to Idiotic Mage, since me and him seem to be feuding at the moment. And then when he comes to kill me, it will kill him trying to kill me. So that would actually be pretty cool. Its durability would run down pretty quickly, though. So if I'm going to do it to really mess with them, I'd have to have several of them in my inventory, so or on my Poppet shelf. So we're going to go ahead and make some of these poppets. As you can see, you know, there's not that much to making them. We're going to fill up some poppet shelves. As you can see, you only have 9 poppets per shelf. Should be able to, I mean, 9 poppets, that's a lot of poppets. So, I mean, I should be able to do that fairly effectively. And that's going to be good. The other thing I want to do, and I got to figure this out because I'm not sure how this works yet. This twisting band disorientates observers. Now, I think what that means is that when people look at you, it gives them the nausea effect. I think. I'm not certain, but I want to make this. Requires a charged attuned stone and koboldite ingots. Koboldite ingots are only used for the koboldite pickaxe, the statue of the hobgoblin patron, a pentacle, which I actually want as well because the pentacle will increase my altar power again, and then the twisting band. So the koboldite ingots and nuggets, you get them from dealing with the hobgoblins. And I happen to have a couple of hobgoblins that I had found, and I've got them stored here. So next episode, we'll probably pull these hobgoblins out and see what we can do with them and see if we can't get some things going. Now, from what I understand, we'll also be able to summon a Witchery boss monster by playing with the hobgoblins enough. So we're going to get into that next episode, and we're going to have some poppets. And yeah, we're just going to have some more fun with Witchery next episode. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 16, I believe, of Pandemicraft. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what craziness I get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming.